When a man crosses the age of 60, the body starts sending quiet signals. The stamina is no longer what it used to be. The flexibility in the morning fades. But what troubles many men the most is often the thing least spoken about: sexual health, male vitality, and the sense of being in control of one's body. Some changes become quite noticeable. Erections aren't as firm as before. Excitement comes less often, and the energy throughout the day feels like it runs out too quickly. Even though you're still a man with experience, wisdom, and strength, deep down you may find yourself wondering, have I really lost my edge? Or is there still a way to get my confidence back? The truth is, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not helpless in the face of these changes. Modern science has shown that your daily diet has more power than most people think, because the foundation of strong erections, healthy testosterone levels, and even that deep sense of masculinity all comes down to blood circulation. And your circulation depends directly on what you put into your body. If your arteries are clogged, blood can't flow freely to the areas that need it. If your testosterone drops, desire begins to fade. But here's the good news. There are natural foods that can slowly wake up that inner flow, helping you feel more alive one step at a time. This article won't promise a miracle, but it will give you clear knowledge, practical guidance, and real stories from men like you, men who found their strength again just by changing how they eat and live. You'll discover foods that boost circulation, increase testosterone, reduce stress, and reignite that true masculine spark. You'll see that you don't need to be 20 to feel strong again. You just need to choose wisely what you feed your body and how you choose to see yourself. Growing older doesn't take away your strength. It simply invites you to live with more wisdom, more depth, and more power. Part 1. The vital role of blood flow in men's health. For men, an erection is not something that happens by accident. It is the result of a precise chain of biological reactions. At the center of that chain is blood flow. To put it simply, an erection is a circulatory event. When you feel aroused, your brain sends a message to the body. This causes blood vessels to open up and allow blood to rush into the penis, helping it stay firm. If blood cannot reach the right place at the right moment with enough force, your body cannot respond even if the desire is still there. Here is something worth paying attention to. Over time, blood vessels become less clean and less flexible. Habits that seem harmless, like eating processed food, taking in too much sugar, smoking, drinking alcohol, and avoiding movement, slowly create plaque along the artery walls. Like a water pipe that starts to build up residue, the flow gets weaker and weaker. Eventually, the pressure is no longer enough where it matters most. That feeling of not getting as firm as before, or not staying firm throughout intimacy, is not just a sign of aging. It is a sign that blood is not flowing properly. It is just like a car with a good engine but not enough fuel getting through. The car cannot run smoothly no matter how strong the engine is. Blood circulation does not only affect intimacy, it also plays a key role in memory, heart health, energy levels, sleep quality, and your emotional state. When blood moves strongly and steadily, your whole body feels nourished and alive. But when the flow weakens, you may feel tired, mentally foggy, and more uncertain than ever before. The good news is that circulation can be improved. Arteries can regain their flexibility. If you give them the right kind of food, move your body gently, and remove the causes that damage your blood vessels in the first place. Think about the story of Michael. He is a 67-year-old man who once said he felt like he was no longer a man after noticing a serious drop in his ability to stay firm. He thought it was just a part of getting older. But after going through a full checkup, his doctor told him the issue was not about desire. The real problem was poor blood flow. Michael began to change his diet. He stopped eating packaged foods. He added more vegetables, clean meats, and a few heart-friendly nuts. After just 5 weeks, he felt the difference. He woke up feeling more natural. His mood improved. And most of all, he saw a new kind of confidence in his wife's eyes. Sexual health is not separate from your overall health. Blood circulation is the core of the entire system. If you want to feel strong again, full of life, and sure of yourself as a man, you do not have to look far. Start by paying attention to where your blood flows. Part 2. Foods that support male vitality. 1. Grass-fed beef, restoring your hormones. On the journey to reclaiming masculine strength, few people realize that part of the answer lies in food. But modern science has made one thing clear. What you eat can directly influence your testosterone, the key hormone in men's health. Among the most powerful foods for supporting testosterone recovery, grass-fed beef stands out as a quiet but mighty ally. Yet it often goes unnoticed or underappreciated. Unlike industrial beef where cattle are raised in confinement-fed grains, injected with growth hormones and antibiotics, grass-fed beef comes from cows that are naturally pasture-raised and eat fresh grass throughout their lives. This creates a much cleaner and more nutrient-rich source of meat. Grass-fed beef is packed with zinc, iron, and high-quality protein. These three nutrients are essential for testosterone production. Zinc helps stabilize hormone levels. Iron boosts oxygen delivery and improves energy. Protein helps maintain muscle mass and supports metabolism, which becomes especially important as aging leads to gradual muscle loss. There is more. When paired with raw cheese, especially varieties rich in vitamin K2, a meal with grass-fed beef can also help prevent arterial calcification. This in turn supports healthy blood flow to the sexual organs in a completely natural way. David, a 70-year-old man, once shared in a health group that he had lost all sense of what it meant to feel like a man. Even with regular meals, his body stayed tired, his desire faded, and intimacy with his wife had all but disappeared. After reading about nutrition and testosterone, he made a change. 3 times a week, he began eating 6 to 8 ounces of grass-fed beef, along with raw cheese and fresh vegetables. No medications, no special procedures. After just 1 month, he began to notice real changes. He felt more energized in the morning. His mood was brighter. And most importantly, the closeness with his wife no longer felt awkward or distant. A few important notes. Always choose truly grass-fed and grass-finished beef, not the kind that is only fed grass for a short period. Avoid processed meats like sausages or bacon, as they often contain nitrates and preservatives that can harm testosterone levels. Grass-fed beef is not a miracle cure, but when added to your meals in the right way and on a regular basis, it can become a solid foundation for restoring your hormones, rebuilding your strength, and renewing your trust in your own body. 2. Arugula boosting blood flow. There is a leafy green that often goes unnoticed, but quietly works wonders for blood circulation. It is called arugula, also known as rocket. Unlike regular lettuce, arugula has a slightly peppery taste and carries a bold, fresh scent. What makes it special is its rich content of natural nitrates. Once inside the body, these nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, a molecule that plays a crucial role in relaxing blood vessels, improving circulation, and supporting erectile function. Think of it this way. Nitric oxide acts like a signal that opens the gates of your blood vessels. When the signal is strong, the vessels relax, and blood flows freely to all organs, including those responsible for intimacy. When the signal is weak, the blood gets stuck, and your body's natural response is interrupted. In fact, many medications that support erections, including well-known options like Viagra, work through this same pathway by boosting nitric oxide in the blood. Here's the good news. You do not need medication to achieve this effect. Just 1 bowl of arugula a day can offer similar results in a natural way, without any side effects. Arugula is also rich in vitamin K, folate, potassium, and antioxidants. These nutrients help keep your arteries clean, protect your heart, and fight cellular aging. The story of James, a 60-year-old man, shows just how powerful this simple green can be. After a routine checkup, his doctor warned him of early signs of erectile dysfunction and poor circulation. Instead of reaching for medication right away, James chose a natural path. He added arugula to his meals every day, sometimes mixing it into salads with olive oil and lemon, other times blending it into his morning smoothie. After just 2 weeks, he noticed a difference. My body felt lighter, my mind was clearer, and when I woke up in the morning, let's just say, I saw something I hadn't seen in months. He shared with a smile that said more than words ever could. Arugula may be small, but it is a powerful green remedy. With one simple habit, you can improve circulation, gradually restore erectile strength, and reconnect with the natural energy and confidence of being a man. 3 pumpkin seeds, a quiet mineral powerhouse. Not as bold as grass-fed beef, and not as attention-grabbing as arugula. Pumpkin seeds are one of the silent superfoods that quietly support men's health from the inside out day by day. Just a small handful each day provides a rich supply of essential minerals, including zinc, magnesium, selenium, and healthy plant-based fats like omega-3. These nutrients play irreplaceable roles in testosterone production, blood pressure regulation, and prostate protection. All 3 are vital for maintaining a man's sexual health. Zinc directly supports the production of testosterone. A man who lacks zinc may feel tired, lose muscle mass, and experience a drop in desire. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels, lower blood pressure, and calm the nervous system. This is especially important for helping the body enter a state where sexual arousal is possible. Selenium, though needed only in small amounts, protects sperm cells and plays a role in male fertility. What makes pumpkin seeds truly special is their ability to calm the stress hormone cortisol. For older men, high cortisol is often the hidden enemy of testosterone. When the body stays in a state of long-term stress, it starts using its resources to produce stress hormones instead of sex hormones. Eating pumpkin seeds daily is like sending your body a gentle message that says, "It's all right, you are safe, it's time to restore yourself." Charles, a 72-year-old man, used to struggle with chronic insomnia. He often felt drained and had lost all interest in intimacy, even though he still loved his wife deeply. After a recommendation from a nutrition expert, he began adding 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds to his daily routine. He ate them raw or sprinkled them over salads and oatmeal. After 1 month, he was sleeping better, feeling brighter. And most of all, he noticed the return of a desire he thought had vanished long ago. One important tip is to choose unsalted, raw pumpkin seeds whenever possible, if the seeds still have their thin outer coating. That is even better since the outer layer contains helpful enzymes and antioxidants. Stay away from sugar-coated flavored or fried versions, as they can destroy the natural benefits of the seed. In today's modern world, sometimes the simplest things offer the most lasting strength. Pumpkin seeds are not a miracle cure, but they are a steady, honest companion. They help restore mineral balance, support male health, and slowly guide you back to the strongest version of yourself. 4. Vitamin D3, the erection hormone. Among all the micronutrients that affect men's health, vitamin D3 is one of the most overlooked, yet it has one of the deepest impacts. Many people still believe that D3 only supports bone and joint health. In reality, it functions in the body like a hormone and plays a central role in the production of testosterone. Recent studies have shown that men with low levels of vitamin D3 often also have low testosterone, poor sperm quality, and higher rates of erectile dysfunction. This makes sense because D3 is involved in testosterone synthesis within the testes. It also helps stimulate nitric oxide, which widens blood vessels and improves circulation to the penis. There is a common problem, though. Most older men are deficient in vitamin D3 and do not even realize it. The reason is simple. As we age, the skin becomes less effective at producing D3 from sunlight. On top of that, modern indoor lifestyles, excessive sunscreen use, and diets low in nutrients lead many people into a chronic state of deficiency without even knowing it. Common symptoms include unexplained fatigue, low sexual interest, poor sleep, low mood, and irritability. These issues are often blamed on natural aging, but in many cases, they are signs of a hormonal system calling out for help. The good news is that boosting vitamin D3 is both simple and effective. Just 15 to 20 minutes of morning sun exposure without glass and without sunscreen can help your body make a meaningful amount of D3. If regular sunlight is not an option, you can take a supplement of 5,000 IU per day, ideally with guidance from a health professional or after a blood test. Henry, a 65-year-old man, used to rely on coffee all day just to stay awake. He complained about a fading interest in intimacy, restless sleep, and the feeling that he was slowly losing his sense of manhood. A blood test revealed a serious D3 deficiency. After he began supplementing regularly and added a morning walk to his routine, everything started to shift. He began sleeping deeper, and most importantly, he felt his energy and drive returning, both in his body and in his relationship. Vitamin D3 does not bring flashy or instant results, but it quietly rebuilds the foundation of your hormonal and circulatory health from the inside out. For men over 60, this is no longer just an option. It is a necessary part of staying healthy, strong, and fully alive. Part 3, Mindset and Motivation for Older Men. A proper diet, a healthy lifestyle, a stronger body. But before any of that can truly begin, you need something else first. The right mindset. Many men entering their 60s carry a quiet belief deep down. I'm old now. That part of life is behind me. They accept the decline in health, the silence in the bedroom, and the distance from intimacy as something inevitable. But the truth is, this is not about age. It is about how you think about age. The human body, even past 70, still has the ability to heal, rebuild hormones, improve blood flow, and awaken desire. Science has made that clear. But none of it can happen unless you believe that you still have value, that you still carry life within you, and that you deserve to feel joy and connection at this stage of life. You do not need to be who you were at 30. Strength at 70 takes a different form. It is quieter, deeper, and more honest. It is a meaningful touch. It is a knowing look shared in silence. It is the feeling of being fully in control of yourself. without showing off yet carrying a quiet power that others feel. See this time as the golden chapter of a man's life. You no longer have to prove anything, yet you now carry all the experience and depth needed to love in a true and lasting way. You are not rushing anymore, but you are clear enough to see what truly matters, and if there were moments when you felt left behind, in a quiet room in a cold bed, or in the empty stare of someone you once loved. Today you can choose again. Choose to act. Choose to live with intention. Choose to reconnect with your body, your partner, and with yourself. You do not have to do it alone. Share your journey even if it is something small. A change in what you eat. A walk in the morning sun. The first good night's sleep in months. Each step is a message that says, I am still here and I am still fully a man. Growing older does not take away your strength. It simply asks you a question. Will you choose to live fully one more time? Conclusion. You have just walked through a journey of understanding men's health, not through empty promises, but by looking at biology and daily choices that truly matter. We talked about blood flow, the vital force behind male vitality. We explored grass-fed beef arugula, pumpkin seeds, and vitamin D3. Simple yet essential nutrients. And more importantly, we talked about action, a proper meal, a good night's sleep, a walk under the morning sun, a shift in how you see aging. Good health does not come from miracles. It comes from what you choose to do each day. A handful of seeds, a single step, a night of deep rest. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to begin. If this message speaks to you, share it with a friend, a father, or any man who needs a reminder that he is not alone. Age may slow your stride, but it can never take away your strength or your will. And if you have read these final lines, chances are you are ready for a new chapter of your own. Light of Wise Elders was created for you, the mature man who is rediscovering his inner strength and clarity. Subscribe to the channel, follow along with our upcoming content, and walk with us on this journey to live with health, with clarity and with purpose at any age.